Where'd you get that Ballon d'Or with them diamonds in it? Call me the ref, cause all Sergio's Reds are getting rescinded. Who's that Messi you be with, yelling in all that Spanish? Is this your sister goal, or is this a footy fetish? Take your pick, cause I'm making the assist with a free kick. What is up, world?
Wow.
Shout out Ludacris. Shout out Atlanta, Hot Atlanta.
Shout out to everybody. Shout out to our buddy who's joining us once again, all the way from Atlanta, Gooner Mike. Welcome him back, ladies and gentlemen. Give him a good, beautiful Footy Fetish soldier welcome. What's up, Mike?
Yo, what's happening, fellas? How y'all doing?
Doing well, bro.
Awesome. Awesome sauce.
Good to hear. Good to hear.
I can imagine you're in higher spirits these days.
I'm feeling good, man. I'm feeling good. My beloved club is playing in another final. Another chance at silverware, another chance at a trophy, another chance at European competition. Shout out to the Gunners.
Shout out to the Gunners.
Who's the Gunners? I can't think of who that is.
Wait, sorry.
Who that is?
What are the Gooners?
Would you say they have an arsenal of guns? Wah, wah, wah.
For those listening that don't know, Arsenal just beat Man City in the semifinal of the FA Cup. Gunner Mike, what was the score?
The score was 2-0. A clean sheet for the Gunners.
Damn! Love to see it.
They probably played somebody that's not that good, right? Who'd they play?
Manchester City, I'd say probably the most dominant team in England over the last 5 years.
Agreed.
Yeah. Yeah, I've heard of them.
And one other thing that we got to point out, for those that don't know, is the coach of Arsenal was a study under the coach of Man City. Miguel Arteta was an assistant coach of Pep Guardiola of Man City. And, Mike, we got to get your thoughts here. What do you think Arteta was the X factor here? Give us your thoughts on the game.
I absolutely think Arteta was the X factor here. He's been around those players for a number of years. He's helped in their development, so he knows their strengths and weaknesses. I'm sure he had an idea of what Pep wanted to do. And it just all kind of worked out. The game plan was perfect. We hit him on a counterattack and just kind of, play defense, try to keep everyone behind the ball a little bit, but was quick to hit as soon as Pierre could see it opening and we could hit it. That was the plan, and he got two good ones.
I'm glad you mentioned that counter, man. That was the thing. The thing that impressed me most was that, as well as their ability to not let City control that tempo of that game, because everybody knows once you give City that possession, you got a 90% chance of losing.
100%
for sure.
That's Pep's game.
Yep.
That's
So
Pep's
you could
game.
see that. You could see that because whenever Arsenal they pretty much would just drop deep the entire team. At one point, I counted 10 that were in the back. Aubameyang was the only one up front.
Hey, that's who you want up front.
Yep. And
Shit.
that's all I did. And every time they would get possession from him, instead of just rushing it, if you notice, they just slowed it down. They sent everybody forward, but they slowed it down, made City impatient. I really had a good time watching that.
You know what I really liked? There was the first goal was, you don't see this very often, but the ball that was put into the box. Yes. Those balls are so deadly. Yeah. I can remember as a keeper having someone put in, I would say they're called early crosses.
Yeah.
As opposed to driving to the byline and crossing it in. You're around the top of the 18, and you're aiming for essentially the back post, but in front of the keeper, or high enough over the keeper that the keeper's like, I can't reach that. Right. I'm just going to have to sit in my goal and wait to see what happens. And Aubameyang showing his class outside of the foot. I mean, fantastic.
Outside foot, man.
You got to wonder, did Arteta know something about that weakness, about the backside of the net? Because it was wide open.
Yep.
I believe as soon as that ball was hit, that outside back immediately had to turn and run at the back post. It was like...
Is that Kyle Walker?
Could have been, yeah.
Well...
Go ahead, Mike.
City's defense has been a little bit suspect all year. The backs are not I don't think the wing backs or the fullbacks, whatever you want to call them, are really up to the standard that Pep wants them to be at. Great pass from Nicola Pepe on that goal. And really he's a player that has no choice but the early cross. His left foot is his strong foot, but he plays on the right wing, so he's an inverted winger, right?
Mm-hmm.
So that early cross is kind of a staple in his game. He's always kind of looking to get it if he can't take his man. And I mean, he made a great play. That was it, man. It was great. It was great. And really, Pierre had another chance earlier in that match. He should have had two. That should have been the brace. He really should have a hat trick for the game. But hey, happy to get the dub nonetheless.
If you go back and look, I think it was like maybe the third or fourth time I watched that goal, and when you actually zoom in on it, to see how difficult that was for him to put that in on the outside of his right foot, on the inside foot, outside of your right foot to put it in. The cross was amazing, like you said, Mike. Already, when you see the cross, you're like, "Oh fuck, somebody's getting that." Oh Falk,
yeah,
somebody's putting something on that. Like it's one of those ones, like you said, like as a keeper, you see it and you're like, "I don't know if I need to go for it. I don't know if I chill."
You can't. You
can't.
You see it and you're like, "Fuck, I got to stay here."
And then by then it was way too late for Ederson to do anything at all, and he wasn't expecting. The world wasn't expecting Aubameyang to put that in outside of the foot. Go back and look at it if you haven't, folks. It's pretty fucking amazing. We're talking. I don't know how he did it, but later on, about 50 minutes later, he comes up with another one on a breakaway. Like we were saying, all day they had him just kind of up top by himself, kind of chilling, waiting for that counter, and it paid off on that second one. You remember that second one, Mike?
Yeah, no, absolutely. That goal itself, it started with Pepe as well. Pepe had a great game. He got the ball on the sideline and he held the play up, and that which allowed Pierre to start making his run, and then he plays the ball back to Tierney, and Tierney just drops a dime. I mean, and let me just say right now, Kieran Tierney is an incredible football player. Incredible football player. I'm so happy he's healthy. He's the most important player on our defense, bar none. He's been our best player since coming back from the restart. I'll just say that now. But yeah, he made the ping pass out to Pierre, and I mean, he nutmegged Ederson on the goal, and that's all she wrote.
Mm. Yeah, and it's interesting. I just pulled up the who scored slut here. Everybody knows that if you've been listening.
Oh,
who scored?
Who scored?
And Mike, I got to ask you, 3-4-3. This is one of my favorite formations. It's a beautiful looking formation. So I got to ask, were they dropping 5 back? Was it turning into a flat 5 back with Maitland-Niles and Bellerin dropping in flat?
Absolutely turning into a back 5. And in a great chess move by Arteta by playing Ainsley Maitland-Niles as the left wing back. He's been really a right wing back this whole time, this whole campaign. But he's so athletic that you had to put him out there to deal with the Mahrez. And I tell you, at the end of the night, he took Mahrez out of his pocket once he got home.
Removed him from the game, dog.
You know what I mean? So it was a great move. But yeah, so it was definitely a back 5 at certain points of the time. You know what I mean? But but him and Hector Bellerin were no strangers at going forward either. It was great to see.
It's absolutely one of my favorite formations because you're so flexible in how you can defend with 5 players. You can either, if it's a controlled defensive movement, you're going to be dropping Maitland-Niles and Bellerin back into the back line. If it's a quick counter, Xhaka and Ceballos can just hang back, and now you've still got 5 in the back line. They're pinching in between David Luiz, Mustafi, and Tierney, however they need to, and essentially just delaying the counterattack, and then you got Maitland-Niles and Bellerin, who you give them a second or two, and they're dropping back. They're fast enough to get back in the line. I love a 3-4-3, not only because of the defensive aspect, but if you have 3 fast players, Aubameyang, Lacazette, Pepe. Whew.
Yeah.
bruh, that counterattack is hard to defend.
Yep.
That is
And
just,
I tell you, Lacazette was doing a great job on the hold-up play. He has been excellent since the restart with his hold-up play and kind of almost playing a false nine role. There's so many times where I see him almost back to our own 18, defending, getting tackles in. And, he's holding it up and he's allowing Pierre and Pepe to run off him and make plays. It's great. And I tell you one thing about this 3-4-3, and that's how we're going to get the best out of David Luiz, because he's in the middle of that 3-4-3.
Man.
As that middle center back, and he's able to just stand there, make passes, make plays, and then cover up. But also at the same time, allow those other two center backs to cover his mistakes as well. So it's nice. It's nice.
That was who scored player of the game. It was David Luiz.
Nuh-uh.
Yep.
Did I miss that?
Yeah, I was waiting for you to say it.
I fucking missed that.
I was giving it to you.
Oh, my
He had a 10 for 10,
God.
man.
8.3.
He had a game, man.
Yep.
He had a game, man.
I remember turning it on. I didn't get to watch the whole game, but I remember turning it on. And, I mean, within seconds, he just skipped like 2 or 3 lines. And I'm like, yo, where's this David Luiz been? And then, of course, the ball eventually turns over, and they're coming the other way, and he just makes this dope-ass tackle and finds another ball threading the one of these lines. And I'm like,
yep.
Where the fuck is this David Luiz been? This is
like
that's
old
what I'm
Luiz.
saying, man.
Absolutely.
Mike, by the way, Gunner Mike, I got to congratulate you on your tactical analysis there. Looking at who scored, they do one of these things where they do player positions, where it's their average position based on all of their touches. And Lacazette, basically, like you said, played a false 9 with Aubameyang and Pepe kind of in front of him, which it's kind of similar to that Liverpool front 3 where Firmino drops in. And what's really cool about that, and a lot of people don't really appreciate that false 9 role, is it forces the center backs to step up. And when they step up, Aubameyang and Pepe can run diagonally to the middle behind those center backs. So if you get a combination of Lacazette stepping to the ball and then a diagonal run behind Lacazette, if a CDM like Xhaka or Ceballos can read this, you can put a fantastic through ball in behind that center back, and you've now caught them out of position. I think that's the way to go. Arteta really flexing his tactical ability here. And looking at Pep's player positions, he was rolling a 2-3-5. Arsenal looked like they were weathering the storm. You've got Riyad Mahrez, Kevin De Bruyne, Gabriel Jesus, David Silva, and Raheem Sterling essentially in a line in their natural position.
Yeah.
It's really incredible, the discipline there. It looked like Ilkay Gundogan was manning the middle of the field all by himself with Eric Garcia and Aymeric Laporte. So, man.
Hey, let me say, Xhaka and Ceballos were all over their midfield. I mean, they, man, look, man, Granit Xhaka, man. If you want to talk about a redemption story, my God, I don't know if y'all knew about how he came off in the middle of a game early in the season.
Yeah.
Told the fans basically fuck off, threw his captain band off, all that shit.
Little crybaby.
He was done. He was leaving. I'll tell you, I'm not even going to hold you. We can't win a game without that guy right now.
Damn.
Cannot win a game without Granit Xhaka in the midfield. I mean, he dictates everything. Shit. He's exceptional. Arteta's gotten the best out of him, to say the least.
Hottest take.
Yeah.
Hottest taking a hot ticket.
Yeah, he's exceptional. He's exceptional. He's a really good footballer.
Looking at his player position in relation to Ceballos and Lacazette, it appears as if he's kind of like a singular pivot. I know they're playing a 3-4-3, so technically Xhaka and Ceballos are quote-unquote double pivots, but it looks like Ceballos kind of stepped forward on the right side and Lacazette kind of dropped into the left side to make an inverted triangle with Xhaka, and that really just kind of piggybacks onto what you were saying, Gunner Mike, about him being such a pivotal piece. Single pivot players, you get a lot of weight on your shoulder there. You get the ball a lot. You're expected to essentially direct the offense left or right, and I mean, it sounds like he's doing that, which credit to him and the coach for really bringing that out of him. And I also got to add one more thing. You said this earlier, and I didn't think of it until just now, Gunner Mike. But David Luiz in a 3-4-3. If we think back to Chelsea when Conte was there and won the EPL with Chelsea, he used David Luiz in that same 3-4-3 center back role, but more like a libero, where the libero almost steps in front of that back line with the ball to kind of lace those passes past the line. So I definitely saw him skipping balls past lines. So it seems as if Arteta is, I mean, they are in 10th place. You know, we don't want to boost the Arsenal up too high, but going into next season, this could be a very scary team, especially if they make the correct moves in the transfer window. Mike, would you agree, Gunner Mike?
Yeah, no, absolutely. I think the board and has. If we've seen it, I'm sure they've seen enough to understand that if they put some funds behind the manager, that hey, we might be able to do something for real. We have a pretty talented team as it is. A lot of nice young players as well.
And vets.
Yeah, young vets.
Young players and vets. I'm sorry, I said that wrong.
Yeah, I mean, it's just all around.
Yeah,
all around.
right.
I think we got a really pretty nice balanced team.
And money.
If they could add, another midfield piece and a center back, I think things would be great. And I think a lot of people don't remember that they're adding William Saliba next year, who we actually bought last year, but we loaned back to his home original team, and now he's coming into the fold. I think he walks right into that back three, if I'm being honest. So, add somebody like my boy Upamecano in there, and hey, man,
Speaking of that, Ralph Ragnick, and we'll talk about this in the Serie A, but he is not getting the job at AC Milan, which is a big plus for Arsenal, because Arsenal and Milan were both looking at Dominique Szoboszlai and Upamecano. Yeah. So it appears as if Arsenal could be getting both of those players now. But we'll talk about that in a second.
We'll get there. We're getting there.
To really wrap up the FA Cup here, a shock victory for me. Yeah. Chelsea beating United. United were on a hot streak here. And oddly enough, Man U did not start Pogba. I was really shocked to see that because I really wanted to see the Pogba-Bruno Fernandes combination.
That's what was making them hot. So I don't understand why you don't just roll that out.
And it makes you wonder, are they not as concerned about the FA Cup and they're really focused on the league because of that top 4 spot?
Bingo.
Yep. I think that could be the reason. We will never know, but man, that makes a lot of sense. Rest Pogba and focus on that, that Champions League top 4.
Well, also something we absolutely have to get to with this game. I'll go ahead and bring it up now, though. Speaking of what you just said, maybe another, aspect that points to what you're saying. They started De Gea for the first time in an FA Cup game, and from my understanding, for months.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Oh god.
Now we'll talk about the elephant.
Oh man.
Yikes.
Well. Let's take De Gea out of this game. And I think we could have called this maybe a 2-1 victory for Chelsea.
Dude, I tell you what.
1-1.
First goal was an error on Brandon Williams.
Yeah.
Second goal, error on David De Gea. Yeah. Third goal was an own goal for Harry Maguire. So
the first goal, I'm not going to blame on old David because he's having a rough time lately. Yep. It was kind of difficult. Yeah. The way it looked like he could have done something more. But from his angle, he probably couldn't see everything that was going on exactly. It was kind of a little flick. It was a nice flick. We got to give Doo-Doo his credit. We never do. We never do. But today we do. Good job. You scored. You did your job. You did your job, Doo-Doo. Look at you. Oh, he's been on fire lately. I can't make fun of him too much. But
he's been putting goals in the back of the net.
We'll get back to it, I'm sure. But good job, Doo-Doo. The second one, though, that's all you, bro. And the sad thing is, we've seen him do that exact thing multiple times now within the past, I'd say, a couple of years. That's a save that he should make, and he does not trap it. And it just squirts right under him. The Tottenham game, same exact goal he lets go through. I don't know if you remember the shot.
I don't remember, but I do remember this season he's been having struggles with.
It's one of those ones where like he has the advantage. He's over the ball. He needs to like press it down. He doesn't. Instead, it's like squirts under.
I do remember that.
He did it again. He did it again this game, and it's sad because it makes me really wonder. I know I've said it a million times. It sounds like a broken record, but now it's to the point where I'm really concerned. Going back to the 2018 World Cup, he has not looked the same to me at all. He's had a game here and there, but the mistakes now, I mean, hats off to Ole for giving him some props and starting him in this game when he needed, good coaching move there. You're going to give a guy some confidence who needs it. But we're to the point now, I don't know if you could be that confident starting him at all. This last game, I'm frightened to put him in.
Yeah, because you have Champions League on the line here. You can't risk it with
Romero's
a goalkeeper.
behind
Romero's a solid goalkeeper.
Yeah.
He's a world-class goalkeeper. He starts for, or he has started for Argentina. You know?
Yeah.
I mean...
Hey, man, he ain't better than Emi Martinez.
That's a good...
Romero, who I'm talking about.
No.
Argentina's number one. I think they got a new number one.
That's where I think you were going. I don't know if I can definitely say Martinez is better than Romero or Romero is better than Martinez. I think they're both going to be on the Argentina squad come the next international friendly or competition, wherever. But Romero has been the dude. He's been the guy for Argentina. Ole's got a big decision here. He's got a big decision because
I don't think you could start the hair right now.
That's right.
Damn.
Guys.
I tell you what,
guys.
If you don't start De Gea, you really fuck his confidence up.
Yeah.
Because then you're affirming his fuck up by putting him on the bench.
But he has backed it up a few times though.
Dude.
Like after the
How many points has David De Gea saved Manchester United over the last couple of years? Come on, y'all.
Tons, bro.
Come on, y'all. Tons of points, man.
Champions League.
You can't give up on him like this, man. He had a stinker, but come on, y'all.
Multiple stinkers.
Stank feet, bro.
He's had multiple stinkers. But this is David De Gea.
Yeah, he's a world class.
This is David De Gea, man.
All right, let me ask you this. So can you name me another keeper that's somewhat in this form that he's in right now in the last couple of years?
Neuer.
Maybe Neuer.
Oh, I can't really. No, I can't.
It's frightening to me because these are saves that have to be saved.
Kepa's been going through some form.
Well, Kepa's terrible.
Yeah, that's right. I would put De Gea ahead of Kepa for sure.
Yeah,
for sure.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be honest. I kind of like Kepa, but he's been fucking up.
He has.
You know who also is a sketch keeper? Caballero, the goalkeeper for Chelsea. I've seen him sketch some shit up where you're like, yo, chill, bro.
You needed to have that.
Yeah. And it just shows you how desperate Chelsea is right now that they're starting Caballero over Kepa. Like that's how much they don't like Kepa, and that's how much they're like out of luck here. They're like, all right, Caballero's our only shot.
Stuck with him. They're stuck with him too.
Yeah. They're trying to get him. Dude, they were offering 50 mil and Kepa for Donnarumma. And we're like, nah.
What?
We're like, nah, we're good.
Still we're good.
We got a world-class keeper at 20 years old. We're good.
What's Oblak's release clause? Anybody know?
We looked at it the other day. I think it was like 80 mil. I think his transfer value. I don't know what the release
make
is.
make sure they're staying away from that, man. I tell you, like Chelsea, they've been on a buying spree here, but they have not bought much defense. But I mean, you get somebody like Oblak in there. I mean, good God,
man, that's a huge change for them. Huge boost.
Yeah,
120 million release clause.
They're not paying that.
Okay, they're not doing all that.
No,
nobody is. I think that's Atletico saying you really we don't want to get rid of him.
Well, they're saying basically come negotiate with us before you even try and buy him out.
Yeah. Maybe negotiate something a little bit lower, but
120. I see that from a couple different sites too.
With that being said, we got an FA Cup final.
We do.
We got a London derby. Gunner Mike.
Yes, sir.
What are the odds here for you? Do you like your chances?
I love my chances. I think the team has a lot to play for against Chelsea. In the game this year, we got a red card in the match, came back to tie with 10 men. And then the time before that when we played was the the EuroLeague finals, the Europa League finals, and Chelsea took us, behind the woodshed, and so yeah, I mean, this team has a lot to play for against Chelsea, so I think they'll be up for it.
Hell yeah.
And we got to remind.
Yeah, I think they'll take it.
Yeah. Okay. All right. I like that call because to be honest, this is an Arteta versus Chelsea game, a tactical game.
Absolutely.
Looking at the Chelsea game, Chelsea came out 3-4-3. Arsenal played a 3-4-3.
Mm-hmm.
Man U tried to do a 3-4-3, and, well, 2 errors and an own goal later, they lost. So, because it's weird. They've been playing a flat 4-back.
Yeah.
And they just adjusted against Chelsea, I guess.
I meant to say, you can't blame the entire game on De Gea.
No.
Because Man U wasn't doing anything offensively either.
Yeah, it was.
But
he was left out for sure. But I mean, he made his mistakes, and he had some unlucky help on defense.
It was weird to see him switch up to that.
Yeah.
And then they just look stagnant as shit.
So looking forward to this Arsenal-Chelsea game. This is going to be a 3-4-3, 3-4-3. Could be extremely open.
Yeah.
Or it could be a attack, 5-man defense.
Slow it down.
Possess, attack, 5-man defense. It could be one of these back and forth, waiting for that one goal.
Yep.
But Arsenal won 2-0. Chelsea won 3-1. So we could see a lot of goals here. Booty, what do you think will happen?
Arsenal just beat Pep and Klopp in the same week.
Whoa.
So why not Frank Lampard too?
Damn.
2-1 Arsenal.
Damn. I'll take that.
Do it, Gunners.
1 goal by Chelsea is from
Pulisic. Of course. Goal from Pulisic. Arsenal win. Hats off to Gooner Mike. Hats off to Harmony. Hats off to Connor and Soccerheads boys.
Yeah, and for everybody listening, we've got our Arsenal jerseys on. We just had a massive jersey order. I've got
Let's go.
The Arsenal third kit with Martinelli on the back. Would love to see him sub in, but I think he's injured.
That's right.
We'll see him next year.
Yeah, he's out.
We'll see him next year.
So it's happening.
So with that being said, that's the FA Cup. It's the FA Cup will be on Saturday, August 1st. But we've got some games that are closer.
We do.
Is there a name for this weekend? I can't really remember.
It's the final countdown.
Gunner Mike, what's the name of this weekend?
Championship Sunday.
Let's go, boys. This is the final game week of the EPL. This is for all the marbles. Top 4 spots make it to the Champions League. 5th and 6th are playing for Europa. Let's just go quickly through the standings. Liverpool 96, Man City 78. This is where it gets juicy.
This is it.
Third place, Man U 63. 4th place, Chelsea 63. Leicester 5th place 62.
Oh.
Wolverhampton 59 in 6th place. And that's we'll stop there because I don't think anyone else has really got a shot here. Arsenal in 10th place. Anyway.
Man.
Hey, it could be worse. You could be Wolverhampton, who was like, we're getting a Falcon spot. And then City went and paid some lawyers and some fees. And, now looks like they might not.
So looking at the games this weekend, we've got some very interesting games here because third place Man U, 63 points, is playing Leicester. Leicester? I can never.
It's Leicester.
Yeah, Leicester.
Leicester in 5th place.
Leicester the molester.
We've got 3rd versus 5th, 63 to 62 points here. So whoever wins that game they're in the top 4.
Yeah.
And then we've got Chelsea, Wolverhampton Wanderers.
The Wanderers.
If the Wolverhampton Wanderers
can bulk up some shit and Leicester loses, Leicester would need to lose, right?
Yeah, 62. So this is Chelsea would still go through.
Then Leicester could lose to United.
If Leicester tie, they get 63. There's a lot of opportunities here. This weekend is going to determine the top 4 spots. Gunner Mike, give us your predictions for Chelsea Wolves and Leicester Man U.
Chelsea Wolves. I'm really gonna go Wolves. I like Raul Jimenez. I like Jota. I like their attack. I like their coach a lot. I think they're just like a nice gritty team. So yeah, I'm gonna go Wolves on that one. And Man U Leicester. I hate to say it, man, but I'm going Man U. That Pogba Fernandez pivot is lethal, and going back to their FA Cup match, I mean, we can tell where, their priorities lied. You know what I mean?
Yep.
So they're gunning for the top four. So that pivot is lethal, like I said. And how good is Mason Greenwood? My God, I mean, that kid is something else as well. So yeah, I'm going with them. And Leicester just hasn't been on great form since the restart.
True that.
I agree. They've lost some crucial games that could have put them in top four. I think they were in the third place.
They win the ones I don't
They
expect.
could have had it in the bag by now.
They lose the ones I really do expect them to win. And Wolverhampton, dude, the coach's name is Holy Spirit. I mean, his name is Nuno Holy Spirit. I mean, come on. How can you lose?
I like that. I'm going to go Wolves, Man U, put it in the bag. Man U, get it. Chelsea, they're going to just squeak in just because they got 63.
Because it's what they do.
And Chelsea doing Chelsea things.
They will have 2 shots on goal, score 1 goal, manage to win. Chelsea.
I got a question for both of y'all.
Yeah.
You got Rashford, Martial, Greenwood as your front 3. Do you go buy Sancho?
That is a question I've asked all my United friends.
Gunner Mike says, yeah. Okay. Who do you sit out?
Martial.
Damn. And who do you put at the 9?
Rashford.
I dig it.
I mean, dude, like Martial's never scored over I think the stats either 14 or 15 goals ever over that in the league season. I mean, come on, man. I mean, you're not missing that much. Like, he's good. Like, he showed these glimpses over the years, and I mean, he's got talent, obviously, but man. If I gotta make a choice, he's hitting the bench. I mean, Rashford's a baller. I mean, come on.
We just said Greenwood. The same thing.
Yeah, and Greenwood. I mean, what else needs to be said? So yeah.
I think I have to agree with you, man, because every United fan that I'm close friends with, I ask the same question, and they say yes, buy him, and then I follow it up with, okay, well, who sits out? Because you got to sit somebody out, right?
Nobody thinks of that.
Nobody, yeah.
They're just like, buy him. Just get him.
Because it's United. And they're just like, yeah, just buy. Just put him in there. Just
buy him.
It's FIFA.
We got the money.
FIFA.
He's our losing, he's our loser tampon, just shove it in there. We'll win games. The losing will stop. You just shove him in there, right? Just he's the tampon of the team. Just fucking shove him in.
Shit.
So I want to say Greenwood only because he's young, but the way he's looked lately, he doesn't look young. And Martial, like you said, he's great. But if you look throughout the season, through any season he's ever really had, he gets really, really hot at certain times and really, really cold. So I think you have to have him coming off the bench to start. So to start, you keep in Sancho, you keep in Rashford, you keep in Greenwood. If Greenwood starts to look young again, maybe you put Martial back in there. But yeah, I think if you have the opportunity to buy Sancho, and they do, and he wants to be there, and you have the money, go for it. Why not? That's why if you're
and I will say you can't get rid of Rashford because he's so versatile as well. Like you could put him on as a 9, you could put him as a wing as well. You can't really put Martial as a wing.
Right.
At least in my opinion, I don't think he really has that wiggle.
Rashford's got to be in for sure.
Yeah, Rashford is. Him and Greenwood are looking like the 2 guys right there as far as their 2 big greatest assets.
All right, another question, follow up. Would you sell Martial or keep him on the bench?
Man, kick him out the club, man. Get him out of here, man.
He said kick him out the club.
Keep him on the bench till you piss him off. If Greenwood keeps looking good, then maybe you talk terms by January.
I got to say, this is surprising. Martial's got 17 goals, so does Rashford.
Oh, there you go. Well,
and the team has scored 64 goals. So they've it's interesting.
One's 18, and one's what, like 25?
Yeah. I think Martial's older, right?
You know what I mean?
And see, that's exactly what I was saying. Like at first, I'm like, oh, sit Greenwood because he's younger. And like, no, play him because he's younger. Yeah.
It's time to move on to the next generation.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, so there you have it, folks.
Yeah.
Folkity folks.
Shove them in there. Holy Spirit.
Make sure to tune in. This is going to be a fun Falcon weekend. The games are going to be, it looks like they're all kicking off at the same time. And I believe it's a 6-hour time difference, so this should be a noon kickoff. It's going to be 11 a.m. Let me just get these times for you folks real quick.
I'm off Sunday. You heard?
Man, I cannot wait.
Hey.
I cannot wait. I love when they do the last game, last day with all the games
Everybody
at the
playing.
same time.
So the bookies can't cheat, baby.
Yeah, and
They know what they're doing.
then you get those situations like we had a couple of years ago with Aguero, right?
Oh, yeah.
Where they find out, like, Man U ends the game early, and they're like, all right, great. The way that Man City, the result of the Man City game, we win the league.
We won.
And sure enough, Aguero goes, he's like, the game's not over.
They looked up, dude. I remember Rooney's face after that was just, what?
No, they looked up, and it was like, okay, yeah, we won. We're like, all right, sweet. And then all of a sudden, like, like, what? Yeah.
Huh?
So it looks like all the games are 10 a.m. Central Standard Time. And that means it'll be 11 a.m. in the East Coast. Can't Falcon wait. With that being said, this is the last week of the EPL, but there's still more soccer, ladies and gentlemen.
There's still more. There's some other league that's still playing, ladies and gents.
We got some calcio.
We got some calcio.
Serie A. Still got 3 games left.
Still got 3 games. Nobody seems to win it. Well, one team doesn't really seem to want to win it.
It's not clear. There is a
There's
first
one
place
team that wants to win it for sure.
Yeah.
They're letting everybody know. This is our Atlanta episode, so Atalanta, right behind Juve. Juve is lost again today to Udinese. They are now sitting at 80 points in first place.
Shocked.
With Atalanta right behind them with 74. Atalanta play AC tomorrow.
That's right. Tomorrow. It's a big game, bro.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it's a big last time. Mike, you remember Gunner Mike? You remember what has?
Oh, boy. Oh, y'all got a lot to play for, Hugh.
We do, bro. And I'll tell you what.
Y'all got a lot to play for,
this
man.
is going to be a real test of character because we're missing our captain, center back, Alessio Romagnolo.
Oh, really?
Injury. Theo Hernandez, suspended. Cards. Ishmael Benasser, suspended. Cards. Those 2 players right there, I should say those 3 players, very instrumental in the recent run of form.
Yeah.
So we'll be replacing Theo with Laxalt, and we'll be replacing Benasser with Biglia. Definitely nowhere near the quality of talent that they are replacing. But, hey, they're the team seems to be high in spirits. I actually have a funny story. The CEO, Gazidis, was giving an interview indoors. And all of a sudden, in the background, you just hear this loud Ferrari just whoa, 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 whoa. And, like, everyone, like, kind of stops. It just completely shuts the interview down. And Gazidis, like, looks over to his assistant. He goes, what was that? And the assistant goes, it was a Ferrari. It was Ibra, of course.
I was going to say.
And everybody in the room, like, cracked up laughing. And it was really nice because.
It was the lion.
Yeah, it was the lion, of course. The lion roaring in the parking lot.
Our pet lion.
And it was cool because the president of the club said it's really been great. Everybody's been really happy. Gazidis and Ibra have been butting heads, but to see him kind of laugh at Ibra doing Ibra things, it seems he's understood Ibra to this point. Like, okay, we just gotta let him do his thing because last game Ibra had 2 goals. We won the game 2-1.
Yeah.
Solid. So. It's going to be awesome. I wish we'd have a full squad because I tell you what, we would win that game with a full squad. I have full confidence.
Did you hear that other sound like while the Ferrari was getting revved up? It was like right after you said everybody that was suspended. It was Mike placing his bets. That little sound that you heard. Mike already, it's already in, isn't it? I know it's already in.
Oh man,
you take that risk, man. You take that bet.
I'm about to see the line, man. I'm about to see what the line looking like, man. I'm about to see what the line looking like.
So
let me know.
Just to continue with the standings, Booty, finish these off. We were just doing first.
Yes. So we have our good friends, Fuck Inter. They are at 73 points, so they're also right behind. We have Lazio at number 4 with 72 points. We have Roma at 61. So obviously, folks, those 4 top spots are pretty locked up.
They're locked in. That's it.
After that, it does get interesting, though. With Roma with 61 at 5th, we then have AC Milan 59 right behind them in 6th. Napoli 7th with 56. Sassuolo with 48.
Sassuolo.
Hellas Verona, 46. and Bologna 43. Now, it's going to be really interesting to see how this all plays out. There are 2 games left, if I'm not mistaken, in the season.
I thought it was 3.
Well, Juve has 2 left to clinch.
Yeah.
So, yes, everybody else, as of this point in time, has 3. Juve, can't remember who they play next.
Juve plays Sampdoria.
Sampdoria. So, if
3
they win this game, they do clinch. If they lose, it's still, and Atlanta wins. Actually, if Atlanta loses this one and Inter lose this next one that they have coming up, Juve would clinch.
I think that's right. I know everybody's got 3 games left.
Yep.
So that's a 9-point swing.
Yep.
If Juve lose out all of their games and Atalanta win,
Then Atlanta would win.
they can get first. But that is unlikely when you have Cristiano Ronaldo on your team.
Yeah.
So
Who does Juve have next?
Sampdoria.
Sampdoria is not a terrible side.
They're not terrible.
I tell you what, if somehow, some way, if Juve were to lose this next game and Atalanta wins against Milan, I mean that's pressure right there. I mean, talk about like in your head, you know what I mean? But I mean, I like you just said, I can't really see it happening when you got CR7, but
You also got
we'll see.
the Italian refs getting a lot of PKs to Juve lately, which has been it's been right. It's
Oh,
been good,
man.
huh, Booty?
It's been great.
Yeah.
I was looking for mine
Bet
today.
you fucking like that.
Yeah. I think the last one I was watching with a buddy, we'll give shout out to United Ben. He's like, that wasn't a handball.
Yeah.
It's like, did it hit his hand? Well, yeah. I don't care then.
Yeah. No. The rules have definitely favored teams that attack the box and are putting in crosses to where it can hit hands and
They have been a little too
deflections.
ridiculous.
But
I'll say.
I mean, you got it now with VAR. You got to pick a direction. Are you going to go every single ball that hits the hand is now a VAR PK?
Right.
Or do you just do like making your body big? It's really a sticky situation, especially when you got somebody like Ronaldo. It's very nice to have
Somebody
who can just drain PKs like it's nothing. But
Yeah.
what also is very interesting about Serie A, and we didn't touch on this in the EPL, but I got to bring it up because my team is on the brink of this, is the Europa League spots, which go to the 5th and 6th place teams. So we have secured Europa League, which is nice because Napoli have won Coppa Italia. So regardless of where they finish, 5th, 6th, or 7th, as long as we get in the 5th, 6th, or 7th spot, we're good. And we are, because we just beat Sassuolo. Sassuolo are 11 points behind us, so it appears as if Roma, AC Milan, Napoli will be in Europa next season, which is very exciting. You're going to have Juve, Atalanta, Inter, Lazio in Champions League with Roma, AC Milan, Napoli in Europa. Very exciting. Big name teams. Love seeing Atalanta and Lazio in the mix with European soccer. Very, very excited for
Been
next
waiting
year.
for Lazio to take that next step because they have been hanging out in Champions League last couple of years, in Europa.
Mm-hmm.
But it always seems like when they do get in those big tournaments, they kind of just fizzle out.
It's
So
the depth. You need depth.
Yeah.
You need the
Yep.
depth. And
you might be right on that.
it's gonna suck because they've got some players that are old, and they've also got players that other teams are drooling over.
Yeah.
And they might have to sell
Milinkovic-Savic
so that they can fortify their team. I mean, granted, they're going to get some Champions League money, which is great. You hope they spend it well.
Yeah.
But are they going to be? Is it going to be enough to play both in Serie A and Champions League?
Yeah, they're going to need a little bit more.
We'll see, man. I hope so because Lazio have a ton of history in Serie A.
Well, yeah, we'll see what that recruitment is like. I mean, Lazio's a pretty big club. They're in Rome, aren't they? I mean,
I think you're right. Yeah.
they're
right.
I mean,
it's another Rome team.
yeah, man. I mean, they should be able to recruit.
Yeah, you hope
Steal
so.
those Roma players, man.
Dude, Roma has got some solid players,
Yeah.
bro.
Yeah.
Solid fucking players. Looking forward to this weekend. Big teams playing. Of course, we said this earlier. AC Milan versus Atalanta. We've got Inter Genoa. Napoli Sassuolo. Roma against Fiorentina. I tell you what, I would love for AC Milan to get to that 5th spot because then it's an automatic qualification for Europa.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think you have to go through the playoff system.
Right.
And then, of course, like we said earlier, Juventus versus Sampdoria.
Please,
really,
baby Jesus.
Really good games. I think the game to watch for me is going to be tomorrow, AC Milan, Atalanta, and then Roma, Fiorentina.
Yes.
Third game, Napoli, Sassuolo. Sassuolo are a lot of fun. Fun fact for everyone out there listening, the coach for Sassuolo studied under Pep when Pep was coaching at Bayern Munich.
Oh, that's kind of cool.
Very cool. And you can see it.
Nice fun fact.
Very, very cool fun fact. He loves possession. And what you can see the play style, which a lot of people are like, oh, Pep does tiki-taka. It's like, no. Pep does not do tiki-taka. Pep passes with an intent to go forward.
Yeah, tiki-taka is just side to side, really.
Tiki-taka is just passing
Possession.
for the sake of passing.
Yeah.
With no intention of going forward. You're just moving the ball around the field.
Yep.
Pep likes to pass the ball to draw players out of position to then create chances going forwards. Whether it's in the outside channels or through the middle.
Right.
And then attack, right. And you could see that with Sassuolo. When they played Juventus earlier in the week or last week, my boy, dang, I'm blanking on his name. The dude I was just talking up.
Coach.
No, the player. Locatelli.
Yeah, okay.
Locatelli was just slicing through Juventus' midfield.
22-year-old, by the way.
22-year-old. Be on the lookout for him.
Go check him out.
And you know he's a good player because his number, I think he's got number 79.
Yes.
And in Italy, if you got a number in the 70s, 80s, and 90s, or somewhere in an obnoxious number, you're a good player.
The 80s and 90s, they were probably born in that year, and you're probably a good player and young.
Yeah.
Buy him. Just buy him. 89, 98, buy him.
So speaking of Locatelli, we're actually going to go into some transfers. Locatelli has been rumored to go to Juventus, and I have a feeling I love it when teams like a Sassuolo play a Juventus or like a Sporting Lisbon plays a Man U, and the coach recognizes a player on the other team and is like, I got to get that player. Because that just speaks volumes to not only that player but the coach of that player and how they used him in that system.
That's an old Sir Alex move.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
very exciting. Mr. Locatelli could be on the move. And I tell you what, Juve need a creative midfielder like Locatelli.
Please.
Who can break lines with passing and dribbling.
It happened again today, by the way.
What's that?
Oh, Juve just possessed the whole time.
Tiki-taka.
Held it in the attacking third the whole time again, and then just didn't know what to do with it because there wasn't that guy to do anything. So of course, there's one great example of this. Costa has it. He's moving to the right, but the whole time his head's this way, looking at Ronaldo, and then eventually kept creeping to the left. He has two guys on him now, still trying to force Ronaldo the ball. You can take it yourself.
Especially
It's
Douglas
okay.
Costa.
Yeah, just take it.
God, a lightning bolt, man.
Just do something with it other than everybody look for Ronaldo.
Yeah, and if we're going to talk tactics real quick, I got to bring up AC Milan. Pioli has done wonders with Benasser and Kessie in the middle as a double pivot. And as much as I dogged on Çalhanoğlu, and as much as I have dogged on Çalhanoğlu, he has really stepped up and as a number 10. It's really interesting, and I think, Gooner Mike, I think you and I have talked about this. The old-fashioned number 10 is a thing of the past. The new number 10, you're getting in behind the ball. You're playing defense. You're making tackles.
Got to.
And I think that's why players like Ozil, we have talked about this.
Ozil,
Players like Ozil.
That's why Ozil hasn't been in the team since the restart.
Because the modern day requires the number 10 to get behind the ball. And that's one thing that Çalhanoğlu has always had in his game. He's always worked hard and played defense. And in the past, I've always critiqued him saying, your number 10 his best quality should not be playing defense. And he must be listening because he's been providing chances going forward. And it's been great. Him and Ibra have really found this chemistry. I've noticed Ibra drops in really deep, almost like a holding nine. and then Shalanoglu will run forward to
So they
kind
kind of feed off of each other a little bit.
Yeah,
I noticed that on the July 4th game that we watched.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they did it a couple times.
Ibra was dropping deep, and I remember being like, "What the fuck?"
Yep.
Now they're doing. It's like it's a thing.
They heard you.
Yeah.
Okay.
And something else that I noticed with the new tactics is Kessie, the Ivorian, the 22, 23-year Ivorian. Him and Ibra are linking up, bro. It's incredible. Their ability to pass and move off each other has gotten so much better.
Is that who assisted Ibra the last game with his 2 goals?
No. No. The first goal was a deep cross. I want to say it was from Calabria.
Okay.
It could have been Shalanoglu.
Yeah, not to clear. I was just curious.
No. Let's look this
They
up
are
because this
linking
is
up.
important. Because
Yeah. It just makes me wonder if he was involved in this.
I mean, he's been getting player of the match left and right. Kessie, 6'9", so not the player of the match. Ibra, 2 goals. Shalanoglu, both
Shalanoglu.
assists.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm saying. He's providing chances forward. I remember now. Shalanoglu gets the ball in like the top of the box to the right.
Mm-hmm.
And this was off of like a crisscrossing pattern. He gets the ball and just finds Ibra. Ibra's just like,
Header.
oh, done. Easy. Boom. Flick it in. Second goal, Shalanoglu is dribbling through the middle at goal. Rebic makes this awesome diagonal run in front of him. Pulls a defender. Ibra sees the space and kind of like does the look like, find me. Shalanoglu threads him. Goalkeeper comes out. Ibra rolls it around the goalkeeper, knocks it in.
Nice.
Just classic Ibra, cool, calm, composed on the ball. And then, we sealed the game up with our back line, Romagnoli, Kier, Benacer, and Kessie. That square that they create
That's fun, dude.
has been great. And we re-signed Kier recently and Salamakis.
Nice.
So it's looking great. And we were talking about transfers earlier. I got to talk about this one as well. AC Milan, the rumors are heating up about Sandro Tonali.
Oh.
Hot.
It's getting hot.
Shit.
But the only thing is like we talked about Sancho and Man U. Where do you put him? Where do you put Sandro? I don't know. And this is something that's concerning me because Benacer is getting a lot of attention in the media as far as a transfer to Man City. Apparently Pep Guardiola loves him. And Riyad Mahrez is also Algerian. And the two of them have been calling him.
Oh.
And unfortunately, Benacer's got a $50 million buyout clause. PSG
15?
50. PSG have already approached Milan with 30. We turned it down. They approached with 40. We turned it down. So they know it's up to Benacer at this point. If he agrees to personal terms with Man City, he's gone. And we can do nothing about it. So it's concerning because if Benacer goes, we get 50 mil, and we can easily go get Tonali, and Tonali goes there. But, man, Benacer has been so great. I even bought a Benacer jersey.
Yeah, you don't want to see him go now.
I'll be happy if he goes because he's going to Man City. He's going to get a lot of attention. People are going to really see his talent. We'll see, man. We'll see. But other news in the transfer window, Douglas Luiz, a Brazilian out of Aston Villa, rumored to go to Arsenal. Gunner Mike, give us your thoughts on that. What would it do for the team?
I think Douglas Luiz would be a nice addition to the team. He just gave Arsenal the business a couple days ago as they lost to Aston Villa to keep their Premier League hopes and dreams alive. Will be a nice reinforcement for the midfield. I would definitely take him at the carpet, man.
Awesome. Where would you put him in that 3-4-3? Who are you taking out? Ceballos?
Nah, man. I'm not taking out anybody. He's a squad player.
Oh,
all right.
I mean, he is 22. He's got plenty of.
He's got time.
Got plenty of time.
He's got time.
If Arsenal will be in Europa League next year, you're going to need depth. That's a great depth player.
Absolutely.
He'll be able to come in and do his thing.
Tell him, wait your turn, bish.
Yeah, wait your turn, bish.
Got to be this tall to ride.
I don't know, man. He's starting at Aston Villa. You'd hate to see him go to Arsenal and not start anymore, but it's a bigger and better
levels
club.
to this, man. It's levels to this.
That's what I'm saying. It's Europa. It's European soccer. You got to take a bench. You got to take a seat on the bench to play with the big boys every once in a while.
I'd take a seat on the bench to go to Arsenal. That's it.
Arsenal, man. Come on, Arsenal, double your wages,
Not to
man.
mention the players that are around you, the coach you got. Damn.
If you do your thing, you do it right, you're gonna get paid, and you're gonna probably go somewhere even better later on. So do your thing, do your part. Play
That's
your part.
only if Arsenal don't figure it out and get in the top 4, become an elite team again.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, with a move like that, you hope that Arsenal are planning for the future. They see, it's within reach.
Yeah.
They're sitting there. They can almost grab it. They just need a few more pieces. So that's exciting. It's not a very high rumor. It's a 1 out of 3 as far as the strength of the rumor. But, hey, anything's possible these days.
I got one out of left field for you guys.
What's that?
It's not a very strong rumor either. There's 2 of them, but it's just something that's interesting to keep an eye on. It's a Serie A one.
Uh-oh.
Fiorentina.
Uh-oh.
Goetze and Mandzukic. So they would be teaming up with Ribery.
Damn.
I mean, it'd be a whole bunch of old guys.
And Chiesa.
Just saying.
Did you say Mandzukic?
Yeah.
To Fiorentina.
So
Wow.
Mandzukic, Juve did him dirty. I'm still not very happy about it. But they basically let him go. He was with a Saudi club, Al Saad, I believe.
Yep.
Right. That's Xavi's team. Isn't that who he's coaching?
Yes, correct.
Wow.
That's who Xavi's coaching. Yes. So they agreed to terminate the contract today. So he is just hanging out there. So some rumors have obviously started. Inter was another one that's come up. I'd be cool just going to re-sign him. But if I'm him, I'd tell Juve to go fault themselves. But yeah, it's just a very small one. But think about if we could have all those guys on Fiorentina.
Man, that reminds me of the old Italian days where teams would just go buy up these older players.
Yeah, just throw them in there.
Just throw them in there.
Yeah. He's barely played this year. He's ready to go. He's not done. He's definitely not done.
That mix of old grit and youth is just like, man, when you get it right, it could be really, really nice.
Yeah. Absolutely. I mean, all of a sudden, think about if Fiorentina just starts causing some trouble with Napoli right now, with AC Milan starting to cause trouble, with all these teams, Atalanta out of nowhere. How fun would that be to throw Fiorentina in the mix?
Yeah.
I'm about it.
And they got young guys, too. You got Chiesa over there.
Yep. Yeah, the Castrovilli, Gaetano Castrovilli.
Castrovilli.
Yeah, he's supposed to be a really shining star for the Italian youth teams. While y'all were talking, I looked up an article on Football Italia. This is July 19th. Ribery has been actively urging Mario Götze and Mandzukic to join him at Fiorentina.
Yes.
Oh, man.
That's legit. That is not a rumor. That is real fucking hard shit right there. This could totally happen. Ribery, 37 years old, has found a new lease on life in Florence, enjoying his time in Serie A.
He's been doing pretty well over there.
Damn. Fortunately, he had.
Yeah, I forgot. Gutsy's Mario. He can leave on a free. He's available.
That's true.
Yep.
The only problem is he's got quite a high salary.
Yeah.
So he's gonna have to take a drop in his salary.
I'm sure he would.
He's only 28.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They could get both of them for free at this point.
It's a free transfer, but it's a
both of
high salary.
Yeah.
I would imagine men's.
See, the thing about the free transfer. Thing about the free transfer is for Mario's sake, he's going to be able to make so much more money because I mean, there's no fees. There's no fees, so he could have a huge sign-on fee, or he could command a huge salary. Like for example, Aaron Ramsey for Juve is making $400,000 a week.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Get rid of that.
But that's because.
Yep.
But that's because he came there he got there on a free. There was no fee paid, so he could have such high wages. So I can see the same thing happening for Gutsi to make the deal.
That's my biggest problem with Juve right now. I can't even, as much as I don't like Sarri, I got to look at the board because he's not the only player they've done that with. There's so many people. Remember, I was actually texting Mike the other day, folks, about this. I think we were in the Slack or something where I was like, there is a list of players that they're now trying to just move because they don't want to pay because they were dumb enough to pay them so much money. Matuidi's another one. They're trying to move.
He needs to go.
Another one needs to go. I'm trying to think. Benacer, I think, is another one that they're paying way too much. It's not doing anything.
Bentancur.
I'm sorry. Yeah. Bentancur. Yeah, so we're talking about Benacer. But yes, Ramsey was another one. Chan was another one that just moved. because they got all hung up on the free Pirlo and Pogba transfer, and ever since then it's like, oh, free, cool, free, keep them coming in. But they just kept giving them so much money, and at this point now, it's going to be interesting to see who wants to pick up those guys, and what are they going to get for them.
You got to keep Bentancur if you're Juve.
He's been better recently. He's been the only midfielder that's actually been doing anything creative-wise. Ramsey, on the other hand, comes in and just fucks shit up. But
yeah, there was I think the Sassuolo
send him back home, man. Send him back to the crib.
Pay him $1 a week.
As a midfielder, you need to be able to drop a dime past a center back.
Yeah.
And it was a Sassuolo game.
Yeah.
And Ramsey gets the ball in a turnover. Ronaldo and Douglas Costa both have obvious runs. They're like 4 to 5 steps in front of the back line. You can see the back line are already struggling to be able to catch this pace.
It was embarrassing how he fucked it.
And Aaron Ramsey? He's got the ball facing the right way and just fucking wanks the ball. It would have been a clear chance on goal. Put it over the back line. At this point, the ball would have landed, it would have dropped right on top of the 18 to either Ronaldo or Douglas Costa. That's a goal.
Yeah.
Both of them finished that, and it's 1-on-1 with the keeper at that point.
At least put too much on it, please.
Something.
Like, not just a little, like, oh, I didn't put enough.
Because it wasn't even down the middle of the field. It was down the right side. So even if you did put too much, the goalkeeper's not coming out to get that.
Wasn't coming out to get it. You had room.
Yeah.
There was so much. Oh,
it was bad. He needs to go. If you can't make that kind of ball at professional level, you got to go. I'm sorry. Yeah. I can hit that ball.
And they're paying him way too much again.
Not to like sound like a cocky fuck, but I can hit that ball.
Pjanic was another one who's getting way too much.
Mike Malone, you could have hit this ball at 13 years old.
Hey man, I'm not gonna dog my boy Aaron Ramsey, man. That's my guy,
He's
man.
past his prime. Sorry.
Get a new guy.
He's probably past it, man. He's probably past it.
I want you to get a new guy right now, Mike.
You know what's gonna happen?
Hey, hear me out. He's much more of a he's a goal scoring midfielder guy. You know, he makes late runs to the box. He scores goals. You know,
he looks great. You know,
good with a little link up play. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you know. I've never seen him be a long ball passer. And you know, since I've been watching him, honestly. But I mean, hey, man, I'm not saying you shouldn't be able to make that pass. I agree with you. You're making $400,000 a week. You should be able to make.
That's what I'm saying, bro.
Oh, dude,
you should be able to make passes with the damn blindfold on from $400,000 a week.
You know what I think's going on? I think he's got the Gareth Bale syndrome. He just wants to play for Wales right now. He doesn't want to play club soccer.
I'm cool to swap. Y'all take Ramsey. We'll take Bale. That's cool. That's a great deal.
That'll never.
We'll get two guys that just don't do shit. They want to do shit, but just don't do shit.
If you bring Bale to Juventus, different player.
I think he'd
different fucking player.
He'd be teaming up.
He would fucking love it
with CR7 again. That'd be great.
Get rid of Costa. Get rid of Ramsey. Get rid of Bernadeschi.
Costa and Ramsey for Bale.
That's never gonna happen.
Boom, gotcha.
I'll tell you, bro. I think Bale goes back to Tottenham.
Whoa, hot take, and I love it.
I think he goes back to Tottenham, man. I really do.
Jose? Did Jose ever coach Bale? I think he did. Did you?
Yeah, I think he had him for a year or two at Madrid.
Oh my god!
There you go.
Dude.
I think he goes back, man. I really do.
I like that. I'm like my gears are turning right now. Ooh, another one.
They could get money he wants.
Bale and Modric back to Tottenham.
Modric. Ooh.
They need it. They need an attacking midfielder next to Dele.
Then no more.
They need that back.
That would be sick. Well, we'll see what happens.
One of my homeboys is a big Tottenham fan. I'm asking him all the time, like, man, are y'all going to buy another striker? I mean,
you do.
Is Harry Kane going to just play like 75 games a year? I mean, good God.
Yeah, and then don't be mad at the club when you guys don't make it past like big level games because Harry Kane's not there.
It's crazy.
Disgusting.
So let's looking at some other rumors. Nothing really too hot on the market right now. James Rodriguez looking to leave Real to either Inter or Benfica. That'll be interesting. Also linked to AC Milan. We don't want him. Don't come.
We'll take you.
Also, Kepa is rumored to go to Valencia. You know Chelsea is just begging people to take him. Just get him off the team.
I thought he was heading to Sesame Street.
Has Arsenal officially signed Aubameyang? Is he re-signed yet?
They officially offered Pierre a contract of about $250,000 a week. To my knowledge, that offer went out between 24 and 48 hours ago. That's our biggest business we need to take care of. Is getting him on a new deal. But besides that, man, Thomas Partey is coming to Arsenal.
Ooh, I would love that, man.
That's gonna get done.
He's definitely moving somewhere. He keeps getting brought up.
Yeah, that's one I can say is gonna. I don't know about Upamecano, honestly, but Thomas Partey is gonna get done.
Upamecano just wants European soccer, specifically Champions League, but I think he would suffice with Europa League. Some other transfers I'm seeing here. Nicolo Zaniolo to either Juve or Tottenham. Juve could definitely use Zaniolo, Locatelli, Bentancur. That midfield, sick, guaranteed.
Give him $400 a week.
Damn. Seriously.
Yeah, I like Zaniolo a lot.
Glad to see he returned from his injury and scored a goal.
Yeah.
He looked great.
Yep. Last game, right?
I'm going to watch that game. It's Roma versus Baga. Man, I just said this and I already forgot.
Franco, you just said it.
I just said it. I'm gonna look it up right now. Fiorentina.
Fiorentina. Maybe
that's gonna be awesome, man. Because you're gonna get Zaniolo, Chiesa. You're gonna get and Patrick Kluivert, the young Kluivert.
Yes.
Under.
Yes.
Man, Roma gets slept on, man. Roma gets slept on.
They do.
They get slept on.
They do.
Looking at some other transfers here. Ter Stegen is rumored to Chelsea. Not happening.
What?
No.
It's a low level rumor, but we got to address these things. I don't see it happening. Not in a million years.
Why would you?
Barcelona has specifically said Messi, De Jong, Ter Stegen not for sale, so we can just ignore that. I also saw Under to Napoli. Which that would be a really hot move. That would be a really hot move for them. They could use that player. More James Rodriguez rumors. He could be rumored to go anywhere. Duvan Zapata to Juventus.
Heard that one too.
I think that would. Go ahead, Mike.
No, I was gonna say, did you see that? Did y'all see that? Oishman from Lille signed for Napoli like today.
Who's this?
Oishman from Lille in the French league. He basically replaced Nicolas Pepe.
No shit.
Oh.
And now he's going to Napoli. His last name, Oishmen.
Is it Victor? Victor Oshmahen?
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, I just see it. Damn.
Yep. He was there for a year. Replaced Pepe, and now he's out the door to Napoli. But Napoli, I tell you, Napoli almost signed Pepe last year.
Damn, really?
Dude. That was the second choice. So I guess they were like, you know what, we're not messing around this time.
Well, that's interesting.
So yeah,
I'm excited to see that. Gattuso is going to love that winger. That was one of his big weaknesses at Milan when he was there. Is we had no speedy wingers.
Yeah,
and now he's got Mertens and Insigne. Oh man, wow.
Is Lozano done?
No, he's going to stay.
Chucky?
They're going to figure it out.
Chucky?
That's one thing about Gattuso is like he'll figure it out.
He put in Chucky a couple games ago, and Chucky scored.
No,
he
3-4
did. Games ago.
Yeah, he did.
I've seen it a couple weeks ago. Yeah.
At the end of the day, Gattuso just wants what's best for the club and the players.
Yeah.
And some of these players don't get that. They take it personally, and they don't understand that Gattuso is a very intense. Like, did you ever watch? Like, I would ask Chucky, go watch an AC Milan game with Gattuso, and you'll understand his personality.
Yeah.
Don't take it personally. The dude literally choked out another coach.
Yeah.
You're okay, man. As long as he doesn't put hands on you, you're gonna be fine.
He did the fucking Latrell Sprewell shit. Stepped over, fucking choked his ass out.
Oh my god.
No, Merton says that same shit. Merton said that shit about my good friend Sarri. He says he owes his career to Sarri because Sarri wouldn't start him at Napoli for the longest time. And he kept going to him and saying, dude, what's the deal? And he said, I'm saving you for a special time in the game. You were the most important person to me at that specific time in the game. He said, every time he'd put me in a specific time, come in and do my thing and score, and then somebody got hurt and he took over for him, and then he never left the starting spot. Sometimes you
that's what it takes sometimes.
Humble up sometimes.
Yeah, just be patient. You're going to get your time. Not really many other transfers that are... Oh, shit. Of course, the big one. Fucking Kai Havertz.
That's
pretty much done.
Jesus.
That's pretty much a done deal, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah.
And when we look at this team here, all right, you think Frankie's going to be doing a 3-4-3 or a 4-3-3?
I don't even know. We were talking about this before the pod. Like, it seems like they just have a whole bunch of players that are the same player.
So, yeah, you
Got the same guy.
Like Ziyech is an attacking mid, kind of false nine. Havertz kind of plays that too. Timo's can play a false nine, but he's more of the striker.
Ziyech played CDM at Ajax for some games.
Yeah,
Dude
he can
everywhere.
go back. He can go forward. I mean,
And he can play on the wing.
I guess you could put Ziyech wherever in the hell you want to, but then the other two.
Hey, this the league though. This the league.
Right, it is going to be interesting.
He ain't playing CDM in the Premier League.
No.
Nope, definitely not.
It's not
I can
happening.
tell you, looking at Chelsea's latest formation against Liverpool, 3-4-2-1, essentially a 3-4-3. You had Marcos Alonso, Kovacic, Jorginho, and James in that middle four. I'm not bringing Havertz in that line. And then the front three had Willian, Giroud, Mount. I'd say Mount, Peace, Havertz, you're in. Kind of as like an attacking midfielder / left forward, left winger.
I think Mount's been on his way out for a minute.
I don't know. I mean,
You think Mount's
no
out?
way. Mount came with him from Derby.
No.
From Derby.
Yeah.
They
Yeah.
came, him and, what's your boy's name? The center back. It's right on the tip of my tongue.
I'll tell you who's out. Jorginho. Jorginho's
Yeah,
out.
he's been kind of trying to phase him out.
Really?
Yeah, he's coming. He's going to Juventus.
No. Juventus can't
Shit.
afford him. 50 mil?
They've been trying to swap.
Watch.
They've been trying to swap somebody
Watch.
for him.
That's Sarri's boy. That's Sarri's
It
boy.
is. It is definitely Sarri's boy.
They've been trying for the last couple of windows to get him now. But Juve didn't want to spend money, so they're trying to push somebody off him. They tried Pjanic for him.
I'm typing this in right now.
I thought I told you this.
You did, and I was
Yeah.
like, that's never going to happen.
They've been trying for a hot minute.
Juve's transfer rule. Chelsea asked Juve to pay up to sign.
Yeah. No, can't do it.
Oh, man. This is 13 hours ago. It looks like AC Milan or... oh, no. Sorry. Different duo. Wow. Sorry. Do you think Sarri can pull it off to save his job?
I don't think he has any other options other than to go get guys he used to play with that know the system.
Yeah.
He's on the clock now.
Higuain knows the system.
Yeah.
Brought him to Chelsea. Brought him right back to
Brought him
Juve.
right back to Juve. Exactly. Like, that's all this dude's got left in the tank now is.
Oh, God.
But again, I can't blame him.
You got fucking Ronaldo, dude.
I'm still blaming the front office because why you bring this dude in the first place when you know you don't have the players to do what you want to do?
Yeah, I agree.
Like,
Not to mention, they went ahead and got Rabiot.
yeah,
Does Rabiot fit his system?
not really.
No.
Like,
No.
Another free. Another free.
Yeah, another free transfer.
Another free.
They're trying to hit home runs, man.
Yeah.
Hey, I tell you, isn't it crazy? Like, these Giants are so old. Like, no, I'm not trying to be harsh, but it's like, yo, Juve is old.
Yeah.
Barcelona is old. Barcelona's old. And Madrid is old. Like, all these teams are old. And I'm trying to figure out when is the overall going to happen? Like,
who's going to collapse first?
Who's going to be the first team to be like, all right, you know what? We gotta tear this thing to the ground and start over again.
I'll tell you what.
But it doesn't seem like anybody's doing it.
Real Madrid, it will never happen. They have figured out how to buy players that are ready to make that transition right away. Now they have bought young players.
They got some
But
good young
if we
guys.
look,
I would say they're probably the youngest out of the three I just named.
yeah, I mean, but you're absolutely right. You look at Sergio Ramos, you look at Carvajal, you look at Cruz, Modric, Casemiro. They're all pretty old. Benzema's getting old. Bale's getting old.
Yep.
You know,
Yeah.
Marcelo's getting old. It's an old squad.
Absolutely.
But they have brought in pieces that seem to be able to fit in.
Yeah.
But we look at Barcelona, they're fucked.
Yeah,
They're fucked.
Yeah.
They're fucked.
They're in trouble.
They're in trouble. They're in trouble. There's a lot of things that they need to replace, mainly center backs, PK. I don't know when the fuck he's gonna retire, but he's on his way out, man.
Right.
I think they keep
Dude.
they keep trying to give everybody on our Barcelona's front office is trying to give everybody that is of elderly age. They're all trying to give them the Xavi treatment, the Iniesta treatment. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, you can go out on your terms, but at this point, it's beyond your terms.
Xavi was special, man.
Yep.
You let a player like
Yeah,
Xavi.
man, everybody don't deserve that shit.
No, I agree. Messi, you deserve that shit.
Messi deserves the shit. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Messi, you go out on your own terms.
Xavi, Iniesta, sure, but they all treat everybody on that team because they all played together,
Right?
With that certain extra. Like,
do you give
privilege.
Busquets that respect?
That's tough.
I'd say yes. Absolutely.
I think so. Yeah, because if you look at this year, he's been one of the few players that has been a positive. What you think, Mike?
I mean, I think Busquets is a good player. I think I'm not gonna say he's finished, but
Close.
It's very close.
I wouldn't be mad if Barcelona moved on from him. I mean, I don't know. Honestly, I'm just really totally unenthused with Barcelona over the last like maybe 2 or 3 seasons. Honestly, if I'm just really being real.
Same.
I'd much rather watch Madrid play.
Madrid.
I mean, it's just I don't know. I've fallen out of love with Barcelona at the moment and their football.
You know what's another thing is their inconsistent coaching choices.
Yeah.
Because
True.
now you can't follow along as a fan and understand it's different.
Yeah.
Especially with this latest one who has now decided to go to a 4-3-1-2 with Messi as
How do you even get the job?
That's a great question, man. That's a great question. It's what coaches have done with their in their career with lower level teams.
Yeah.
You know, like what is?
Oh, he could fix this problem.
Yeah, it's like wow, look what he did with this young team.
Right.
This team. It's a young team, but it's a lower skilled team. He was able to completely transform them and change the way. Yeah, and it's like he can do it here. It's like, man, it's Barcelona. It's very simple. It's 4-3-3.
Right.
Don't fix what's not broken.
Don't muddy it up, man. Yeah.
Don't fix what's not broken.
Let Messi and Suarez do their thing. Don't go buy Griezmann for nothing.
That was a waste.
Like,
oh my
Griezmann.
gosh.
put him in a position that he's never played in his entire life and wonder why this isn't working out. Like it's that.
He's wasting his time. He's killing a vital part of his career right
He
now.
is.
Griezmann?
over there.
Wow, hot take.
Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah.
Wow.
I agree 110%.
I mean, he's literally in his prime right now, and he's like getting inconsistent minutes.
Yep.
When he should be getting, he should be the first team on the team sheet
All right, good
for whatever side he's
question for y'all. Give me 3 teams. I'll do 2. Give me 2 teams that you think Griezmann would be better on right now. Gooner Mike, go.
on. 2 teams?
I can take off if you want. I got one right away.
Man, he'd be a great. You take Sergio Aguero, who's on the back end. You take him out and put him in City. I mean, you can plug him in right there. Aguero's on the back end. Also, man, that's tough. I mean, I love that shit. You could put him on Milan.
Oh, tell you what,
Shit,
damn, bro,
you could put him on Milan.
we need it. We actually kind of moved to a 2-striker system, so he does well when he's got a big striker in front of him. He can kind of like move off of him. I love that. I was gonna say Chelsea off of Giroud, but they got too many players.
Yeah.
That's not happening.
So just because of what we just talked about
Right.
with everybody they got.
Yeah.
Before that, I would say yeah,
Yeah, for sure.
because he can link up with Dudu. I'm sure Frank would love him.
I mean, look what he did with the World Cup
I would
with
say,
Dudu.
I would say
Yeah, that was his job.
Yeah.
That link up.
yeah. I mean, he made a striker look awesome, and the striker didn't score any goals.
Damn, and think about this. You got Conte as well. Conte,
Yeah.
Griezmann,
Behind him,
Giroud.
Yeah.
That would have been sick. Oh well, you missed out, Chelsea.
Chelsea going
All right,
Chelsea.
Booty, give me one team.
PSG.
Ooh,
Where?
PSG.
Neymar's got to
Neymar
go.
swap.
Yeah, but you're
Neymar
doing the
swap.
same.
Neymar swap.
You're doing
Neymar
the
swap.
same thing.
Okay.
You're
Yeah.
doing the same thing that Barcelona did. You're gonna put him at the left wing. Oh, you know what? Cavani's rumored to go to Benfica.
Yeah. You can put him.
Di
where he
Maria, Griezmann, Mbappe.
Yeah. Yeah.
Got Sarabia. You can put up anywhere. Hey, I'm all right with that.
You put him at the little cam too, like he does for France sometimes.
Fair. He does. Hey, you're right.
Mbappe.
You're right.
Okay.
That'd be hot.
While we're on the topic of all these big badass teams, Chelsea, PSG, Barcelona, we got to talk about Champions League, Mike. We're going to get some picks out of you, Gunner Mike. Friday,
Let's do it.
August 7th. We're going to go quick. This is our last topic, and then we're going to close out the episode. Friday, August 7th, Man City, Real Madrid. Let's go quick. Gunner Mike, who you got?
I'm going City.
Oh. Booty, who you got?
Sergio Ramos is out, so I'm gonna go City.
Damn.
Other than that, if Ramos was in right now, the way they're looking right now, I think they'd make that comeback.
I'm going to take the flip. I'll go Madrid. Hala Madrid. All right. Same day. Juventus, Leon. Who you got? Booty.
Juve.
Mike, who you got?
Juve as well.
Same. Juve. Love that. I think that's they're down 1-0 currently to Leon, but hey, it's the Big Daddy's tournament. He's coming to play.
I don't think he's very happy about that.
No. Saturday, August 8th. By the way, I'm glad these games are on Friday and Saturday. Really, really appreciate Champions League. Every game before has been on a fucking Tuesday and Wednesday. For us Americans, that's not easy to watch, so really glad those are on Friday, Saturday. August 8th, we got Barcelona-Napoli. Booty.
Napoli.
Mike.
I'm actually going to go Barcelona.
Whoa.
This is a comeback game.
I tell you what, Messi has fired up his team. He is pissed. I'm going Napoli. Gattuso.
Yeah, Princess is pissed. Watch out. Midget Princess is pissed.
Same day, we got Bayern Munich and Chelsea. Chelsea are down 3-0 on aggregate to Bayern. Is there any chance they come back and get 3 goals? Gunner Mike.
There's absolutely no chance that Chelsea comes back and wins this football match.
Oh, man.
Hey, I'm gonna say this: if they don't meet up in the next round or somehow, some way, I got Bayern and PSG in the last game.
I agree. I think those are the hot teams.
Yep.
By the way, if we're talking fantasy picks for our knockout round, Lewandowski, number 1 overall pick, without a doubt.
Yeah, I think so too.
Yeah.
Maybe even Alphonso Davies, number 2. You
Yeah.
know, I don't know. Is that too bold?
No.
Probably so.
No.
It's not.
I think that's why Ballon d'Or was canceled, because they knew Lewandowski was going to win it.
Well, hey, man, people are saying it's Lewandowski, but until the Champions League's finished, we don't know. Benzema could come on and just tear it up.
I think it was the fact Messi or Ronaldo wasn't going to win it for once. So
you know what
they
it
went
was?
and, they
Ballon
canceled.
d'Or is run by the French.
Oh,
And guess who canceled their league too early?
that's right.
Interesting.
Yeah. Yep.
The reason for canceling it wasn't a fair competition anymore. And who was the only league to have eliminated themselves essentially from the competition?
I was about to say, but everybody's still playing. Oh yeah, that's right. Well, one of you isn't.
Here's the thing, though. In the French league, is there anyone besides Neymar and Mbappe that would have won it?
And I
No.
don't even think they would have been up for it
And
anyway.
they're not even up for it, so
Yeah.
doesn't even matter.
Yeah.
France are just salty.
Yeah.
Go figure.
Yeah.
Moving on to the other half of the quarterfinals, we've got Atalanta PSG. This one,
Whoa.
I honestly don't know.
Whoa.
Mike.
Patty.
Gunner Mike, who you
I got Paris winning the
I
Champions
thought you were
League.
saying
I said,
Patty. And I was like, what are you talking about?
oh no, Patty. My bad. Yeah, Paris, man. I got Paris winning the whole Champions League. So
Damn.
that's my pick.
Neymar and Mbappe?
I said this a long time ago, though.
Oh, you
Yeah, I
did?
got
Okay,
Paris, man.
fucking right.
Did you make that bet yet?
Booty.
I haven't.
Oh, make that bet, Mike.
Dude, I
need
got
to.
Juve winning the whole thing from last August. So if they win,
Whoa.
I get $800.
Nice.
But it's not looking good. Anyway, we'll go Atalanta.
Ooh.
I like Atalanta.
This is tough for me, y'all, because I've ridden with Atalanta, ride or die, all group stage.
But Neymar's on the other side looking at
But
you
I fucking
with his,
love
with his,
Neymar.
with his solid diamond encrusted earrings.
Fucking love Neymar. He does too
He
much
has him
in big games.
He even has him in the lobes, looking at you, staring at you.
But then again, you think
Multiple.
about that Barcelona game, PSG Barcelona, and he fucking stepped up, you know?
But Atalanta just scored another 5 goals.
This is that rest or rust. I've seen rest do wonders. Give me PSG. Atalanta are going to be coming off of a lot of games, man. I'm taking PSG.
Hey, have y'all seen? They're starting to play. They're playing friendlies in
PSG, yeah.
in France now. Yeah, I watched them play Celtic and just whoop their ass the other day.
I heard about that.
This past Sunday.
I saw Celtic. I have a really weird soft spot in my heart for Celtic. So I saw it pop up on my feed, and I was like, oh, they're playing? And I was like, oh, PSG. Oh, God. Like, oh, God.
Yeah.
Sorry, but
it was ugly.
What, like 5-0, 6-0?
Yeah, I mean, like legit, like literally, Mbappe scored in the first 53 seconds of the match.
Ouch.
Like literally the first 53 seconds.
Ouch.
And yeah, I think it was off a Neymar assist. Yeah, it was.
Good for him. Good for Mbappe.
Yeah.
Real quick, I got questions. My questions got questions.
Uh-oh.
Do you think Mbappe should stay at PSG for another year?
Yes.
Do you think you should stay there for 2 years?
Yes.
Okay. When do you think he should move on and leave Paris?
Say like 22, 23. Like he's still a young guy. He's still super young. I mean, there's no need for him to make that. Don't jump out there and make that move quite yet. Plus, if I was him, I'd wait to see what these other big teams are doing. I mean, we just talked about.
Wow, that's a
Barcelona and Madrid are old as dirt. We don't see no kind of clear plan for them right now as far as what the hell they up to, really. I wouldn't make that move if I was him. I'm playing with Neymar. I'm over here in Paris. I'm in my home country. I'm chilling. What I need to move for?
21. I've been playing in Champions League ever since I was at Monaco.
Yeah,
I like that. That's a really good take there. I like that, Mike. Let the dust settles and see what happens.
See who's left standing and then go from there. Not a bad idea.
Who knows, man? He might decide to be the next Thierry Henry.
Yeah, right.
Ooh, Arsenal?
Yeah.
Damn, man.
Yeah.
Tell you what, Zidane, I think that French connection might help him get to Real.
Yeah. It's going to happen.
Bale's just waiting for the contract to get up, man.
For real.
Oh, man. Last game to talk about here. We got RB Leipzig against Atletico Madrid. This one's tough for me. This one's really tough. Does Werner get to play in this, Timo?
No.
He's gone.
He's gone. That's why it's not.
He can't play?
No.
I think he's already signed. The contracts for a lot of players ended June 30th.
Yep.
So.
Oh, wow.
That is why it's not hard for me. Going Atletico. I think that.
Yeah, I mean.
I think Atletico's going to go a lot further than we think.
I agree. I think they're going to be a quote unquote dark horse.
Yeah.
If there is dark horses,
and they're going to play boring ass games, and they're going to win them all.
They're what you call like a tournament team, they're built for this shit, they just grind it out. They match by match, game by game, you know what I'm saying, and each one is different.
Yep.
And they just kind of make it happen. Yeah, I agree. I'm definitely taking them in this matchup.
I agree. Atletico Madrid.
They're just gonna play really boring ass defensive games and just win games. That's what they keep doing.
Organized defense.
Yep. You're gonna be watching and be like, when is somebody gonna do something? You just be like, well, nope.
I tell you what, looking at the Champions League final stage stats, possession, Atletico, not in the top 5. Aggression, Atletico, not in the top 5. Aerial duels won, Atletico, not in the top 5. Shots per game, not in there. Pass accuracy, not in there.
Not in there.
Ratings, not in there.
None of them.
They're going to, like you said, they're a tournament team. I got to give them a lot of credit because when Real Madrid were winning their Champions Leagues, when they were on that 4 games out of 5 years, Atletico were not always knocking out Barcelona, or they were always knocking out that team that gave Real Madrid trouble in the beginning of the tournament. So I got to give them credit. Like you said, tournament team, they knock out teams that are just, you don't expect them to knock out.
Atletico and Napoli in the final. It's going to be the most boring final ever.
Please don't say that.
1-0
Don't
win.
wish that. We want to see a fucking banger.
A 1-0 win for blank.
Napoli. Gattuso.
Yeah. Hoping so.
Serie A, dude. Yeah. Could you imagine?
Still need my $800.
Could you imagine? Oh, yeah. So
first and foremost. But the way Atletico looks, they don't look impressive at all, and they just keep doing it. So that's a sneaky little team right there. Sneaky little thing. Yeah, I think it's about that time.
I think it's about that time.
It's about that time to close it on out.
Close it on out.
This is the moment of the podcast we like to give a shout-out to someone, anyone in the world. It could be soccer, non-soccer related. It's completely, entirely up to you. Gooner Mike, who would you like to shout out?
I'm going to keep it consistent. Shout out to Mikel Arteta.
Damn, nice. I like that.
Manager at Arsenal Football Club. He's making things happen, man. He's come in, changed the defense first and foremost. Got those guys on the same page for the most part, as best as he can. And he's got us on the up and up. I'm happy about the future. I'm excited, and we'll see what happens.
As well, you should be. Very fun team to watch right now.
The man in the control room.
Yep.
Making it happen, moving the levers and twisting the dials,
Loading the guns.
loading the guns.
Bop, bop.
Indeed.
The Arsenal.
Arsenal.
My shout out. I gotta stick with my Milan boys. Maldini, sticking around, man. It was rumored that Ralph Ragnick was going to take over the coaching position. Pioli, and I realized this. I shouted out Pioli last podcast,
I think so.
and they just signed him to a 2-year deal. How about that, man? So what's interesting about that, Pioli, love you, man. Great stuff. Ibra as well. Maldini, everybody. We've finally come together as a team, as a family. Everybody's got high spirits. It's rumored, though, that rejecting Rangnick and keeping Pioli, thus keeping Maldini as a technical director, points to Elliott selling the team. The only people rumored to be buying AC Milan right now,
Who's that?
Louis Vuitton.
Whoa.
I am not buying an AC jersey until it has that Louis V on the front.
Whoa.
Whoa.
Okay, so this is what's interesting. It was rumored that Louis Vuitton would not buy the team unless Paolo Maldini had a significant role. Rangnick was going to come in and be not only the head coach, but also the technical director, kicking out Pioli and Maldini. Pioli stays, Maldini stays, Ibra stays. There's a great photo of Ibrahimovic after the Sassuolo game. A reporter came up to him and goes, "Ibra, did you hear the news?" "What news?" "Pioli just got offered a 2-year contract." And his face, pure shock. Because he knew that means I get to stay another year. Because Rangnick was going to come in and kick out Ibra. So very exciting. Shout out to the AC Milan management. Gazidis, as much as I really just hated your snaky little fucking cunt-ass moves, you're doing a good job, man. I'll give you credit there.
In Australia, it's okay to say cunt.
Cunt. Well,
Shout out to our friends at
I
Trade.
wish I knew the Italian equivalent of that word, but he's really changed, man. He's really changed. We're keeping Ibra. It appears we're keeping Ibra for another year, which also means I think we're going to go after Sandro Tonali, man. We're going to have a great spine. Donnarumma, Romagnoli, Tonali. Boom, boom, boom.
Boom, boom, boom.
Very exciting. So shout out to the Milan management, Pioli, Maldini, Ibra. Those three are going to be pivotal.
I always
Going
put
forward.
Arsenal and AC Milan on the same
Historically, right
His-
now.
historically and the way that they're coming up.
Yep.
So definitely
Yeah.
That's a great call, Booty. We're kind of in the same spot,
Yep.
man.
same spot.
Two historic clubs trying to make that rise back to prominence.
Yep.
That's it.
And I tell you what, both have recently had good coaching changes. And it looks like they're going to keep these coaches for the foreseeable future. So that's the man. If
Agreed.
you look at successful clubs, that's what makes them successful. I'd say Zidane is a rare example of how you can come in mid-season and win Champions League. But when you look at Sir Alex Ferguson, they gave him a chance. When you look at Klopp with Liverpool, they gave him a chance. They let him get some players first. Now he's winning the league, winning Champions League. Sometimes it takes a year or two to get your feet underneath you and get a few players. So Milan and
Agree. Yeah, people forget that Liverpool was not good for a while. Even after they got Klopp at first, that took a minute.
Yep.
It wasn't, it wasn't instant gratification.
Yep. I agree, man. They got the right players. Sold Coutinho, Brought in Allison.
Oh my gosh,
in-
they still spending that money.
The way you said that was great. Oh my gosh.
That's my shout out. Booty, who's your shout out? I know you got somebody special in mind.
Man, I was gonna say the word cunt in Italian. This isn't cunt, but I know it's not good. It's bafangu is not good.
Okay.
I think it's fuck you something. Maybe slowly or something. Anyway, it's not bafangu is not my shout out today. My shout out today is to a man who he actually recently just passed away. Fellow Italian. I'm glad we're on that. I know Casio is not good too. Fica. Okay.
Fottuta fica.
Fottuca fica.
That means you fucking cunt.
You fucking cunt. Well, anyway.
Let's move on.
My shout out is not to a fucking cunt. It is to a man who he actually recently passed away the past couple weeks. Fellow Italian. Ennio Morricone. Not sure if you guys are familiar with him. To be honest with you, I wasn't familiar with him until he passed away. And then I went and actually searched all his work, and I was like, oh, I know who this is. Shameful that I didn't know the actual name to the music. Italian composer, ladies and gentlemen. He has done such film scores. Maybe you heard a few of these. The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly. Made Clint Eastwood. Once Upon a Time. In the West. A Fistful of Dollars. For a few more dollars. Once Upon a Time in America. Great movie, by the way. And we're talking about all this is in the 60s. This man still did it all the way through. The Untouchables was another one. The Thing.
He was 91 when he died.
Yep. The Mission. In 2015, he just did The Hateful Eight with Tarantino. He did Django.
It seems him and Tarantino were real tight.
Very tight. Very tight. Duck You Sucker is actually a really funny one. I think that's actually an Italian one, if I'm not mistaken. I was pretty drunk that night. A lot of like Italian spaghetti westerns as well. And those are just kind of hilarious to watch Italian people back in the 70s try to portray the Wild West. But if you're into movies, if you're a film buff, I know old Greggles will love that. I know he knows who he is. Shout out to him. Man died at 91, but did a hell of a lot of work. I hope when I'm 91 I have all that work and everybody just goes back. I don't even care if you didn't know my name. If you just go back and say, oh, wow, I know exactly who that is just by looking at my work. I think that means you won. And that means you win in life. Mm-hmm. So
contributed to the human experience, you know?
Lots of great composers right there for this man.
Very cool. I like that shout out.
Yeah. They actually played one of his scores, one of his operas, or I think actually played the score to the Clint Eastwood film Good, Bad, and the Ugly. They played that before the Juve game against Milan.
Nice.
Instead of them playing the Serie A theme, they played his music over there.
I like that.
So it's cool.
Give him a little shout out. Cool.
So way to go. Great life.
Yeah.
Public service announcement time. This is my favorite time. Be sure to follow us on Patreon. If you donate, you tell us who you are, we'll shout you out. We'll shout you out for a couple minutes. We'll say dirty things. We'll call you a cunt in Italian. Whatever you want. Just let us know. Follow us on Facebook, Insta, Twitter for the twatters. We're at Footy Fetish Show. Shout out to our friend Harmony. She's great. She loves the Gooners.
Hey.
Also, Mike, if you haven't checked our friend out, she's awesome. You should.
Hold up, man. Why haven't I met this person?
We will.
She lives in England, but we'll link you up with her.
We'll link you up with her. I think you're gonna like her a lot.
Sounds good.
Yes.
Sounds good.
Mike, do you like acai?
Yes.
Let me tell you, there's this place called Nova Acai. It's fantastic.
Holy
Hugh
cow!
knows all about it.
Actually, speaking of, it's Nova Acai, brand new business. We've got a drink competition going on this weekend and next week. I've got two mixologists I'm going to be delivering some acai to, and the winner actually gets $100.
Okay.
We've changed the prize of the competition to you get to name it to, let's do it for cash, people. I know you want it. We're going to do it for cash. So
I'm telling Kimmy, and I got friends coming in the weekend. Strain's coming in with a girlfriend, so we'll get on it.
So the way we're going to judge it, this is going to be pretty fun. We're going to have a team of judges that drives around the city, and we're going to taste test everybody's concoction. We're going to have a score table.
The judges will not be driving.
No.
Okay.
And here's the thing: the guy that's the guy that's driving is going to be driving and as well as filming the whole thing go down, and we're going to kind of make like some clips throughout the whole thing.
Okay.
It's going to be fun. We'll see what happens.
Come stop by my house.
Where's this going to be posted after? Like, where can I watch this after?
It's a great question. This is going to be on our social media at Nova Acai Store. It'll be on Facebook and Instagram, probably Twitter as well. We don't have a YouTube channel, but we will probably create one soon to start posting some content.
It'll just be us eating acai.
Awesome. Yeah. I'll be looking for it.
Yeah, man, it's
Asking
exciting.
Soccer questions on Bourbon Street.
Damn, we should give out acai for the soccer trivia.
Hey, I'll be down there September. Let me just put this out there now. It's like
you know what we need to do?
Labor Day week, September 8th through the 11th. I'll be down there.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, holler at us.
Hey, Mike, what we need to do is link up with that Jersey Connect.
Yeah.
You come pick up some jerseys, bring some jerseys back with you to Atlanta.
Okay. Yeah, we'll definitely link.
He has some I think you're going to love.
Yeah.
Say less.
We got a jersey giveaway coming away, so say less.
We're going to do that next episode, folks.
That's right. We got a jersey giveaway. It's going to be a lot of fun.
We're going to do something. In the meantime, we want to say thank you. We want to say thank you if you're still listening. Thank you to all of our soldiers of the Footy Fetish Army. Thank you for holding it down and spreading the good word of the balls and the feet. The gospel according to the Footy Fetish. This has been the Footy Fetish Show. The fetish is real and the footy is soccer. Thank you, Gooner Mike.
Hey, thank y'all.